Okay, now for the assessment. And it's always good to, after you've finished your painting, to do a brief assessment so that you know what succeeded, what didn't, and what you want to improve next time. So first of all, the sky. I'm really happy with that. I mean, perhaps I could have made it even lighter and pushed these grey clouds back even more. But I still think that is very good. Maybe one of the best things about this painting. Then the trees and the grass, really happy with them. Really happy. Perhaps the trees in the distance, I could make them a little bit darker like this, and that might look even better. But I'm still very, very happy with it. I think that works really well. The edge on these trees is really nice, and I did that by splaying my brush hairs, and I had to keep doing that, so that's important. And also I went all along this edge as well to give this lovely effect here, so that's important to remember. I didn't do it here, so you don't have to do it everywhere, but most areas I went along it with this when I was doing these bushes or trees with the bamboo brush, and that gave this lovely edge. So that was an important point too. Yeah, really happy with this. Maybe the shadows or whatever here could have been a bit more interesting, a bit better done. So, but still, I'm really happy with it. The trees, I like the shape of the trees, but I think again I failed with the positioning. Maybe this a bit smaller and over here, and maybe this one a bit here and a bit smaller. I think this one needs to be smaller. It's too big. And maybe slightly, just slightly overlapping might be good, like this one. I think this works really, really well, this overlap. I like that. And it might even be a good idea to do a bit of splatter. I like that too. I think that works well. The figure, I think that's a nice looking figure. It does look a little bit static, and maybe I need a little bit more detail on that shirt. Maybe here, just a kind of little mark to say this is an arm, something like that. I think maybe that looks a little bit better now. Just needed a little something. And maybe his hair isn't quite right. Oh, and this can happen. You start to try and correct it and then you screw it up. I've made his head a bit too big, but it's still okay. So I think the figure is pretty good, but I think the figure is maybe possibly too big, and if he was a tiny bit smaller, might be better. A bit more in the distance so that we enter into the picture a little bit more. Just what I think. Now, I'm quite happy with this. I love the blue bits. The splatter here, actually, I'm quite happy with that, but it doesn't look quite right. Maybe if I was using white paint, I'd also splatter it with white paint, and I think that would look even better. And I would do some white highlights on this figure too, if I was using white. So that's it really. Maybe with the trees, maybe I said this, I would do some splatter to suggest leaves as well. That might be good. But still, I'm pretty happy with it. Perhaps it looks a bit too finished. This has a kind of looseness, a roughness to it that I think gives it a sense of liveliness and aliveness that this one doesn't quite have. But it's still a clean, fresh, nice looking painting. So have a go, have some fun, and at the end of it, just try and assess your painting and see what worked, what didn't, and what maybe you can improve. Okay, that's all. Hope you enjoyed this video, and bye for now. Bye.